Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. I'm very excited on today's show to have one of our top agents, Rick Trexel, on the Day Show. Rick's going to give us some great information for homeowners who are thinking about selling their home and how you stand out in today's market if you've got a home that you're going to sell.
Absolutely.
So why is this more important than ever to make sure that you're doing the right things to get your home sold, Rick?
Well, because the market is so hot right now, there really is a lack of inventory. There really is, a need for, those top price points, the prime price points, 150 to 300, there's nothing out there. So in order to stand out, to get your home sold for a top dollar, right, which is very important, there are a lot of, little details that might seem common sense, but some people miss.
Yeah, and when your home's on the market, there are other homes that you're competing against. And sometimes those are homes that are for sale in your street. Sometimes those are homes for sale in your neighborhood. Sometimes there's just another neighborhood in the same elementary school or middle school or high school. Right. So we go out and take a look at, if a buyer's coming to town, which 5 homes would they look at if they were looking at your home?
Right.
Those are the 5 homes that you're competing against for that buyer.
Absolutely. Correct?
Yeah. And even when one of those homes sells, another one enters those 5. So I always say you can always be the runner-up and never be the winner if you're a seller unless you've got your house showing at top notch. And I know the things you're going to cover, and most of these are at no cost or low cost.
Correct.
To get you top dollar. And top dollar sometimes can be 3 to 5% more money on your home, which can equate to tens of thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
So let's hit them.
Well, pricing it correctly is number one. I feel like that's one of the most important. Many times I've heard you speak and you use a perfect example, with a trending market and pricing it correctly, you don't want to miss the boat. Sometimes overpricing is going to cost you more money in the long run than it would have if you just priced it correctly in the first time. So that's one of the big ones.
Yeah, and I always remember that, if you own a home, your final goal is to get moved.
Yeah.
Usually, even though we all want to get as much money as possible, setting a new neighborhood record for top dollar per square foot is typically not what our sellers want. But most of them want to get a fair price and get moved. So listening closely to a top agent like Rick on pricing your home correctly, number one.
That is always going to be number one. I put a lot of emphasis with my sellers on curb appeal. The outside of the home, the feeling a buyer gets when they pull in the driveway is everything. If you pull into a driveway and it's kind of, less than par, it's not clean, it's not organized, the shrubs aren't great, they're gonna walk into that home almost thinking negatively. They're gonna see more negatively about some things. If they walked into the house thinking more positively because the outside was amazing, right, you're gonna have a lot better outlook, a lot better feedback going through the house.
Absolutely, and usually that's trimming back bushes. Bushes get too big for homes. That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Right.
If they're blocking architectural detail on the home, if they're above the windows. Also go outside and just take some pictures of your house from the road and then pull them up on your camera, send them to us, send them to friends, and just see what is blocking the views of the home. But people are making decisions from the street because people like their home to look good.
Agreed.
So,
yeah.
And then power washing the walkways, another huge thing.
It is a big one, you're
to
right.
increase
Yeah.
that curb appeal.
Yeah, if I could tell you the amount of houses that I've showed where you pull up and sometimes the buyer won't even go in.
Yeah,
they're like,
right.
Next. So that does happen. Another really important one, seems common sense, is going to be keeping it organized, keeping it very clean. With the amount of homes that these buyers are looking at, right, you want to be, the one that stands out. By the 4th, the 5th, the 6th house, they all start to kind of bleed together. So you want to, over the top, make it noticeably that how clean the home is and how organized, right, it is. And
even buyers who come in saying, I want a fixer-upper, yeah, they're not saying I want a dirty home. Yeah. And the way we all live is typically not clean enough to have your home on the market. And that's where you may want to bring in a real hard cleaning one time by professionals, and then just maintain that. But the way most of us live isn't clean enough to have your home on the market. Bathrooms and kitchens need to be spotless.
Very important. Absolutely. Yeah. You want to just stand out with those buyers. those are the houses that are going above asking price a lot of the
Absolutely.
times. So another very important thing you want to keep in mind is neutral colors. It's very difficult to see yourself in a home that has hot pink or orange or red or,
Right.
I like this macaroni and cheese. I saw one is what my buyer said. It's easier to see yourself in that home with neutral colors on the wall. So.
Absolutely. And when we come out to take a look at your home, we also bring the hottest paint colors on a sheet that you can pick from that have been proven to be the top sellers in 2019 for colors. And so we bring those samples out with us when we come and take a look at your house.
Yep. Another big one is pre-inspection. A lot of people don't decide to go this route, but I think it could be very important in standing out from the others. Pre-inspection means you have a general home inspection before you list it. You'll have a punch line, items that the inspector thinks is important. Make those repairs before listing it, and we can market the property for you saying it's been pre-inspected.
Absolutely.
And those items are done.
Nothing's worse than a stranger telling you 2 weeks before closing what's wrong with your home, which is the buyer. It's better to find out early so you can make those repairs by people that you want to use, that you may be able to negotiate those prices with and get them done to your satisfaction. Then great information. I know Rick's got about 10 more of those and they're available. If you want to reach out to Rick, let's tell folks how to reach out to you if they're thinking about selling their home, but also if they're thinking about buying home, how to reach out to Rick. And you're licensed in North Carolina and South Carolina and working all those markets for us here at the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group. How do they reach you, Rick?
Awesome. Yes, my cell phone's 803-389-1401. Email me at rick@stephencooley.com or visit me on my website, rick.stephencooley.com.
Thanks for that great information for sellers. Please stay tuned. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area, and we'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.